Well, why don't we then go ahead and transition to you. You've been really working hard on this platform to impress and engage. So tell us what you're doing.
All right, so we're going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing at Shea on Zillow. And I will say when we talk about aggressive, I'm going to say over the last year, maybe we've been a little lazy because we have not had to be as aggressive. But we really saw our numbers online and in our online sales department start coming down in April. So it was really important to us that we get back on track with things. And one of the things you said earlier in your presentation was back to the basics on steroids. And that's where we're trying to get back to with all of these listings. So, we were hesitant, I will say, to adopt Zillow when they separated off from BDX. It was another expense. Is it going to work? Are we going to have results? And I think one of the things we were concerned of is when you look at these numbers, and these are just the numbers from Q3 of 2022, how many people are actually going to Zillow and looking for new homes? How many are looking at their Zestimate? How many are looking at their neighbor's Zestimate? I think Zillow definitely gets a lot of traffic, but are they getting the traffic that we need to our community? So we were a little hesitant, but we decided to go forward and try and really see what happened. And the beauty of online is you can monitor everything. So one of the things I love about online is you can see your results in days, you can pull levers, you can change things and make that up. And how would you not want to be on a platform that has so much exposure and brand recognition? I see the Zillow commercials. They're very warm. They're very friendly. They speak to you. We don't have the money to post, to do those national ad campaigns. So it's just brand recognition and getting out there and very top of funnel. So for our strategy, what we did was an all-in approach. And our strategy really is any community that has homes to sell is on Zillow. It's nice that we have the choice and not every single community is required to be there under a contract, but they are all there if they have homes to sell. So when we had communities that we didn't have home availability in or were on big, huge priority lists, we would take them down as we needed to, but then we just add them back up when we do. That's for promoted communities, which with Zillow is kind of the way you get in. You do your promoted communities. There's also some other nice features with builder boosts and featured communities, which are really giving your communities that need that little extra kick, some help. We love having that option, but we allow our divisions to just pick that as needed. So we're not boosting everything, we're not featuring everything. We're just there, as needed to boost our results.
Is that controlled at the corporate level or divisional level?
So we have a feed from our website that sends everything to Zillow. And, when we were overwhelmed with traffic, we'd have divisions just say, hey, shut it off and turn it back on and shut it off and turn it back on. So they have the say into whether it's on or off.
So they have a cost allocation and they're involved in it.
Yep. But we pay for everything out of our national budget, which somewhere down the line of finances gets allocated out to everyone. So, but our top thing with Zillow was awareness. We wanted to make sure that we were there. I'll call them the home people. Back on my first slide, I said be where the shoppers are, but it's really a lot of people. It's home people. They're interested in homes. They're looking. Maybe they're not shopping now, but they could be someday. However, paying a lot of money for awareness is difficult. You need to be able to show your ROI. So we also look at traffic and want to understand how much traffic we're getting from Zillow, and we do look at conversion. So while this topic is awareness, top of the funnel, we do measure it the whole way down to make sure we're getting results from being on Zillow. So results, when we talk about those, Zillow was our number one source of referral traffic to our website in Q3. Consistently throughout the year, it's in the top 3, usually the top 1 or 2. So that means people are clicking on our community listings on Zillow and they're coming to sheahomes.com. Our cost per lead is under $100, so we're getting a good cost per lead for the leads that are signing up on Zillow. I think it's probably a little bit less and we have a little bit more leads because we're not great at multi-attribution tracking. So I think some of the people that come to Shea Homes from Zillow sign up as leads, but then they're listed as Shea Homes. And then for sales, our lead to sale, out of all of the third-party sites, and you saw on Kadra's slide, the other slides they compete with, they're our top lead to sale. So we have the top conversion from lead to sale with Zillow.
And the competitors in terms of source are the other listing services?
So we look at New Home Source, we look at Realtor.com. Yeah, so there are our top 3 out of those, what we consider our third-party sites that we send feeds out to that list our communities.
Gotcha.
Great question. And then future initiatives, I mentioned we haven't been aggressive. We've already started a content audit. You saw the long list of things that were shown as how to get your community showing the best on Zillow. Some of our communities do. Some of our communities don't have all the things we need. The team that you work with at Zillow is great at providing you that information and showing you where you need to, focus and get your listings improved. We are implementing self-tour booking, so we do have a self-tour option in our models for customers to be able to come in when we're closed. We will be allowing customers to book that through Zillow, and the great thing about that is we do then get all that information and can follow up with the customer because they'll be using our self-tour vendor, which is UTour. And then the inline community preview map, or the ICP map. So on Zillow, a new home builder is going to show up as one little dot, just like all of the other resale homes. We don't want to show up as one little dot because we have lots of little dots in our community. We could have 100, we could have 300. So we're working on implementing across all of our communities the inline community preview map, which you can see on the screen, shows all of our lots. And if you send the availability data, it'll have the little red dots, and you'll have lots of red dots instead of just one, giving us more awareness throughout the site.
And that's a special Zillow feature, or is that?
It is. You can work with, I'm going to not say the other word, Zonda Virtual, newly named Zonda Virtual. They will create that inline community preview map with you, and then you can send it over to Zillow, get it loaded up, and good to go.
Gotcha.